Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm here in Kingman, Arizona, and so I wanted to share this night with you guys. Well, I guess it's too dark really to see the stars, but it's a beautiful night out here. And so, this is Nico eating his cookies. Say hi, Nico. So I'm gonna share. I pulled some cards. Figured with this eclipse, that was my grandson's Spider-Man helmet. Anyways, with this eclipse, I wanted to pull some cards for the soulmate twin flame, or basically just love, right? And so I wanted to share this reading I have for you guys. And here's a heads up that this is an 18 plus reading because I did use some of the Tarot of Sexual Magic cards in here. So just be aware that you should be 18 if you're watching this video. That's my disclaimer. And so I also used the Love Tarot. I'm sure you guys know of this card. I think that's what it's called. And so, it's got a nice picture on it. Very symbolic. There's so many things in here, like you can see the star and triangles and just, the light coming from the eyes. And this talks about spirituality at its finest, right? So this card says, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love for you. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So that's the message we get coming into this reading. And so for the first card I pulled here was the Judgment card. And the Judgment card talks about just that, judgment, right? And I feel like with this card for the twin flames, I feel like this is the time where the masculines are hiding, right? I feel like that's what this eclipse is about, right? Trying to bring them out into the light. So basically, this is the universe tooting its horn, saying it's Judgment Day. It's enough of your hiding, it's time to come out into the light. Because with this card, I pull the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords will cut you with her words, right? So I feel like even though it's Judgment Day, and I know it's time for them to come out, the Queen of Swords, it's not going to be easy for them. And I think the masculine is afraid of the feminine, right? Not that he's afraid of her, but he's afraid that maybe she won't accept him, or she's just the Queen of Swords. Basically, she knows how to separate her heart from her emotions, right? She can cut you with her words, right? So I feel like that's what he's worried about. He knows it's time to come out and speak his truth. However, he is cautious because he's worried about what's going to happen in this connection. And with each roll that I pull, I got an opening card from the Sexual Tarot Magic. The Tarot of Sexual Magic. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so the first card we get is the Seven of Wands, and 7 is about, to me, 7 is about luck, right? And not just luck, we make our own luck. Like, we make our own way. The 7 is a good omen. I feel like it's talking from the heavens, right? And if you look at this card, it's not really too sexual, right? It's more like a hug. So I feel like he misses her hugs, and same vice versa, right? She misses his too. So that's like an embrace. That's him knowing it's Judgment Day, wanting to come out, being afraid of how she's gonna be, and also longing for her touch, right? So it's kind of like he wants to be there, but he's afraid of it, right? And so the next card that we got in is the Ten of Pentacles, right? And the Ten of Pentacles talks about just that, the Pentacles being concentrated on your Pentacles, right? You're surrounded by abundance. You have everything that you need, right? or you think that, to me, you think you have everything you need, right? And there's a sun there. But do you really have everything that you need, right? And it talks about, we also have the Hermit. So to me, that's talking about possibly Virgo energy, or just being in quiet reflection, right? Just going within, getting the answers, and just concentrating on work, right? And you've been comfortable in that spot, but something's bringing you out, something's bringing them out of it, right? So I feel like they've used work and goals and money just to cover up those feelings, right? And they've gone within. And then also the card from the Tarot Sectional Magic that I pulled for this one is the Nine of Wands, right? And again with the caressing, right? Like, can we just talk? I can't think of the title of that song, but it's Can We Just Talk? Can we just talk? I forget who sings it, but I feel like that's exactly what this is saying. Like, okay, she's been concentrating on this, but really, they've been going in quiet reflection, and they need someone to talk to. And I feel like with this divine feminine, divine masculine, that they are the only ones that completely understand each other, or that's how each of them feel, if that makes sense. And we also have the bird up here, if you could see it. And to me, that talks about things being given a hand from, because we also have the dove here, and the dove represents love, right? And so this is like help from the universe. That's what that says to me. We got another little bird over here. So we've got creatures there. And the next card I got is the Ten of Wands, right? And the Ten of Wands talks about putting down your burdens, right? I mean, just look at all of the things he's carrying. This is talking about putting your burdens down. So I feel like they've been carrying heavy weight. They know what they need to do, but to get there, it's been really a difficult, trying road, right? And then we get the Moon card, and the Moon talks about something being hidden, right? Hidden emotions, or basically not speaking their truth, holding something back. You're holding all the burdens on your own when you could just be talking to that one person that you know will understand everything, right? But you're too afraid to, they're too afraid, they're hiding, just like the moon. The moon hides, right? It hides behind the sun tonight, or last night, right? And so the next card we get is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is about, to me, it's about movement, and it's about, just because it comes right after with the Moon card, it's talking about secrets coming out, right? They're no longer gonna hold all these burdens. They're gonna put these burdens down, and they're gonna come out with their secrets, and they're gonna talk about how it is that they really feel, right? And we see fire in this card, right? And is that snakes on his head? I don't know if it is, but to me that just kind of look like snakes. And as you can see, the moon in this card again. So this talks about those hidden emotions that they haven't been brave enough to talk about. But that's all going to change with this eclipse. Things are going to change. And the sexual magic card we get with this one is, what does that say? I'm sorry, I have trouble seeing. There's the Four of Cups, right? And so the Four of Cups is about emotion. And I feel like he keeps holding back, right? You get secrets being hidden, and he really wants to tell her, but he keeps looking away. And if you can see those scissors and the magnet, they're magnetized. Like, whatever it is, the universe keeps pulling them back together, but those scissors, right? And he's staring at them, I feel like. And he's holding back, and he's trying to cut that string of fate, like the red string of fate, I feel like, that he can't. And we can see the big cup back here, right? So this is talking about our emotions, and we're trying to hold back, and there's nothing we can do we can't reach these scissors, or the scissors can't cut it, and she notices that he's looking, right? Because I feel like this is really symbolic of trying to hold back, but he can't get to the scissors to cut the string that's connecting them, but the scissors probably wouldn't work anyway. That's what I'm getting from that one, right? And so, next card we get is the Ten of Cups, and this talks about common. The Ten of Cups is just that. It's like completion. It's like happy family, happy home. Once you can get through this thing, this talks about twin flame soulmate reunion, right? To me, it does. You could see the house and the home, and it's just more than that. It's 10 cups of emotion, right? This is like someone you can trust, right? And then the next card we get is the Magician. So I feel like you guys have manifested this. Like, you've been praying or hoping or holding intentions for the masculine just to come out of the darkness already. You know, because we get the Magician has a 1 on it. So this is talking about new beginnings. And coming with the 10 of Cups, I feel like Cups is all about emotion, so this is going to be a new beginning in love, I feel like. And you've manifested this. You manifest this. These divine feminines have manifested this. It's hard for these divine masculines to get out of the shell that they're in, but I feel like it's happening. They're coming. And then the next card we get after this, after the Magician, right, is the Knight of Pentacles, right? And Pentacles are things, right, like coins, like things we can touch, right? And he's trying to offer her this apple. Like, I feel like he's saying, you're the apple of my eye, right? Like, I know I've been doing all this and keeping my feelings hidden, and I'm ready to show you, like, what you actually mean to me, right? And then, for the closing energies, we get the Knight of Cups. And to me, this is talking about coming in, right? So, not only we get the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, so we're talking about abundance and love, right? And this horse is got, it's like full, I just hear like full steam ahead, like here he comes, he's coming quick, he's the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, he's rushing in, right? Because right after that we get the Sun card, okay? And the Sun talks about just that, everything being in light. So I feel like after this eclipse, everything is looking up. Everything that was in the dark is coming to the light. Does that make sense? And then the Knight of Wands we get. So we get 3 knights here. So this is, I feel like this is 3. This is someone coming in from your past, right? So we get a Wands, we get a Pentacles, and we get a Cup. So to me, that talks about a rekindling of something, right? Or a 3 to me, like the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, right? The Trinity, it just talks about, or this could even be 3 days, 3 weeks, right? I just feel like someone's coming back from the past. They're going to do what they should have done before. Basically, he's saying you're the apple of my eye, and as you can see here, they're caressing each other. Like, he just is, like, holding her bosom, and he just wants to take her and ride her off into the sunset, right? So, and then the closing energy we get with this card, with the closing energy we got is the 4 of Pentacles, and he is just like loving every bit of her, and she's just sitting back and enjoying everything that entails. But I feel like this card is almost symbolic of saying, like, she's just been waiting for him. Not that she's just been waiting for him, but nobody else could fulfill her needs, because you can see her looking away. And this is a 4. And the 4 talks about foundations, right? So I feel like this is talking about they're going to build a firm foundation on their love. And that is all I have for you tonight. So basically, this is time for the masculine to come out from hiding, and the universe is talking to us through these cards and letting us know that that is just what is going to happen. So give this, I'm going to say give this 3 days to 3 weeks, and you ought to be hearing some messages or some calls or some texts or some kind of information, maybe even an email, right? So this is our reading for tonight, and I hope you all have a great, great night.